Okay, write the equation line in slope-intercept form and standard form. Standard form's used to get the intercept. Slope-intercept is usually how you generate the equation. So right here, our B is going to be 1, isn't it? That's going to be our y-intercept. Now then, let's find the tick marks. This line crosses right here. It crosses right here, and going backwards, it crosses here and here. So find your tick marks. I'm going down 1 over 3, aren't I? So I'm going down 1 over 3. That means my slope is negative 1 over 3 in it. So now I'm going to plug into y equal mx plus b. And I'm going to get y equals negative 1 over 3x plus 1. That's my y-intercept in it. Now then, to make it standard, I'm going to multiply everything by 3 to get rid of the fraction. I'm going to get 3y equals, the 3's here cancel, negative x plus 3, right? I'm going to move my x over, and I'm going to get x plus 3y equals 3. Oh, let's go to this one. Okay, right here, this is my b. So my b is equal to negative 1. Let's put our tick marks. Let's see, the tick mark is right here. It's going to be right here. Up 2 over 3. Was that right? Well, it's going to be down here, I'm sorry. And right here. These two are out. Okay, so my slope is going to be up and over. Up and over. It's kind of hard to see with the small. So I'm going to go up 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each one is up 3 over 5, right? That's my constant rate of change. So m equals 3 over 5. So my equation is going to be y equal 3 over 5x minus 1. That's my slope-intercept form, right? Okay, so I'm going to multiply everything by 5. I'm going to transform this into standard. So I'm going to get 5y equals 3x minus 5. Now then, I'm going to move the 3x over. I want xy in the number, don't I? So negative 3x plus 5y equals negative 5. Since the x is negative, we're going to switch all the signs. Positive 5, right? Let me put that out of the way right here. This right here is my standard form. So this is the y-intercept form, and this is the standard form of each line. Now then, right here, what we want to do is we're going to get slope-intercept first. So we're going to find the slope, and then we're going to use point slope. And remember, point slope, it's on your formula chart, y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1, right? So we're going to find the slope, y minus y over x minus x, right? And then we're going to use point slope, and then we're going to, from this, we're going to change it into slope-intercept and a standard. So right here, let's get our slope. I'm going to draw a fraction bar with 2 minus signs. I'm going to subtract negative 3 and 3. So negative 3 and 3 go on top, and then 4 minus negative 8 goes on the bottom. You could punch this as is into the calculator. You won't miss it. It's going to be negative 6 over 12, which is going to be negative 1/2 as your slope, right? And then let's use this as our x and y. So this is my m, this is my x, this is my y. I'm going to plug it into point slope. Okay, so let's do it right here, y. And then we're going to do minus a negative 3. That's going to be plus 3. Remember, when you plug the numbers in, the signs change. Equal, my slope's negative 1/2, parentheses, and then I'm going to have x minus 4, aren't I? I could distribute the negative 1/2, and I would get a lot of fractions, wouldn't I? What I've taught y'all to do is to get rid of the 2 right off the bat. So we're going to get rid of the 2 right off the bat, aren't we? We'll end up with 2y plus 6 equals negative 1 parentheses x minus 4. So now I don't have a fraction anymore. So I'm going to distribute the negative 1, and I'm going to get 2y plus 6 equals negative x plus 4. Everyone with me? Now then, I'm going to make this y-intercept. So I'm going to move the 6 over, and that's going to end up being 2y equals negative x minus 2. Everyone with me? Now then, we're going to divide by 2. And I'll get y equals negative 1/2 x minus 1. That's my slope-intercept form. Now then, let's take this equation right here, 2y equals negative x minus 2, and move the x over. If I do that, I end up with x plus 2y equals negative 2, and that's my standard. So this is slope-intercept, and this is standard. So you find the slope, you use the slope in either point, try to pick the point with the smaller numbers, you plug them into point slope, and you transform that into y-intercept and a standard. So now then, let's do this one. We're going to find the slope first. I'm going to find the slope over here. Fraction bar and 2 minus signs. My y's are 8 and 4, so those go on top. My x's are 2 and negative 1. So 8 minus 4 is 4, and 2 minus a negative 1 is 3. This is my slope. So now then, I'm going to pick this point because it's both positive, and then I'm going to plug it into point slope. Y minus 8 equals 4 over 3 parentheses x minus 2, right? This is why we got rid of the fraction here, because if we distribute the 4 over 3, we're going to get a fraction, aren't we? Because 2 and 3 won't divide into each other. So we're going to get rid of that 3 right off the bat. So we need 3 3's, don't we? This 3's will cancel out. We'll have 3y minus 24 equals 4 parentheses x minus 2. Now that I'm going to distribute the 4, I'm going to get 3y minus 24 equals 4x minus 8. Now then, to make it y-intercept, I'm going to take this and move it over. So I'm going to get 3y equals 4x, and then plus 24, that's going to be plus 16, agree? Now then, divide by 3. And you're going to end up with y equals 4 over 3x plus 16 over 3. And that would be 5 1/3, right? The star test will leave it improper. Now then, we're going to take this fraction right here and rewrite it. So 3y equals 4x plus 16. All I got to do is move my x over, and I got standard. So negative 4x plus 3y equals 16. And change all the signs so x is positive. And this right here is my standard form. Okay, so in review, you find the slope, you pick a point, try to pick the point without any negatives or the smallest numbers, you plug it into point slope, get rid of the fraction first if you got a fraction here, distribute the denominator, and then transform it into slope intercept into standard.